she all in her You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the Charlotte and I show her. She could never get a piece holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Bass up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your asshole fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commanding general get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
From Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We've been established and teaching the truth since 1969. And this is the Lashawan Qadash, and that just means holy tongue, or in modern day time we'll call it the Hebrew language. And we're here to teach our people how to speak Hebrew. Over the course of the weeks, we'll bring up more and more words, more and more characters of how you pronounce the Paleo Hebrew, which is more of an ancient Hebrew. The Hebrew before they started adding like the vowels into like the language. You know, ancient Hebrew only consists of consonants and not the vowels. So that's more of the vowels is more of like a modern Hebrew or the Yiddish, or that's what the Ashkenazi tend to speak. But in this class, we teach the ancient Hebrew. You understand? So we're here to teach our people. I already have it written up on the board, the alphabets. So if you're tuning in for the first time, I might just go over again with you. I kind of like to keep this up as like a base, so our people can see what we're doing as I bring out different words, as we learn how to speak, past and future tense, masculine and feminine, learn how to pronounce certain words, so forth and so on. It's like the basic fundamentals of how you speak a language, how you teach a language. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So if you're tuning in for the first time, just let me know. Put a comment in. I'll be it via social media. Whether you're watching on TikTok, well, not TikTok, not up and running right now. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you got any comments or if you got need help understanding like certain words, just put that in as well. All right. So as we're here and we learn Hebrew, we always here in Americas or modern day times today, they tend to write from left. They go from left to right. But back then we wrote from right to left. You know, it's just different times. People tend to want to change things up, you know, move stuff around, trying to reinvent the wheel. But that's how we always write, from right to left. So I'm just going to briefly go over the alphabets, and then we're going to bring out some words. So, you know, we got the A. It's A. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. I might need to make this a little smaller so y'all get that confused. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll make this a little small so that way you don't get it mixed up with the ka, because it is another letter as well. It is a letter. So I'm gonna rewrite the Z. That's za. All right. So that's just za. I'm just write it on here, maybe a little bit smaller. All right. So that way you can see it. You can actually separate it from the ka. So A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. Notice no vowels. Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, A, Pa, Ta, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. Here at the bottom we have what we call like these separators or the connectors. You know, once you really learn Hebrew, we won't be having the connectors. You'll just know how to actually pronounce the word. Same way how you do it with the English language today. All right, same way how you do it with the English language today. Like for let's see. Let me give a word that's a good English word. Like an English word like summary. Like you will know how to pronounce it. You'll know what words you would kind of like leave separate, and what words you would pronounce together to make like a certain sound. So the reason why I'm saying it is because in the Hebrew language, some words, some letters are pronounced by themselves, as you'll see as I start writing up on the board. Some are pronounced by themselves, and some has to be connected. For an example, let me see what y'all can see. Okay, so you can't see Naquam on there. Let me turn it over so you can see that. So here we have the word Naquam. This is the na, this is the qua, as y'all see, and then it's the ma. So if you don't know Hebrew, you wouldn't know which ones you're supposed to connect and which ones you're supposed to leave separate. So therefore we have right here at the bottom, as I showed you earlier, the connectors and separators, like what's single and what's together. So you got the na, this is the upside down, that means it's by itself. So this is na. Then you got the one that's connected, you pronounce it together. The qua and ma makes a quam. So you got na, quam. So that's just a small example of how we separate our words. Let me get that back in there. All right. Yeah, so that's just to show you how we separate our words, so that way you know how to pronounce the language. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna go over some like the past adjective end of the words, past adjectives, and I'm gonna write it up here. Let me know if y'all see a color a little bit better than others. I'm trying to focus on green and red, so I can add some blue or black, whatever works. All right, so I'm gonna write the word on here. I'm gonna write the meaning in English. Then I'm gonna write how you pronounce it in Hebrew, and then I'm gonna write how it looks in the Hebrew. All right. So the word we're gonna go over is our or us. Our or us. So we got our. Let me know if y'all think I should write it all capitalized or it's fine. Let me see if y'all can. Can y'all see that good? Shemaya, turn it down a little bit, all right? Yeah, turn it down. Or go to the next room, okay? All right, so that looks okay. I might can write a little bit bigger. So, and this is pronounced. We'll write it on in here. No, I'm gonna write it on here in Hebrew, and then let's see if I can figure out how to pronounce it. No. Look, I already given away. So I'm not going to add the connectors to it just yet. So for those who's watching, how you think you pronounce that? Will you pronounce it together? This is the N. This is the wa. So here we got the N and then the wa. So N and wa. How would you pronounce that? Like, what would you say? Na and wa. Would you say na? Would you pronounce it na, or would you do it separate? How would you pronounce that? And this is for the word of us or ours. So this is how we speak, and then someone asks you, do these belong to anybody? Is it you or your wives or somebody else? You'll say this word, it belongs to us or it is ours. You know what I'm saying? So give y'all just a few moments, just try to guess it, how you pronounce that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there in English, how you pronounce it, and this will definitely give it all away. And it will be na wa. Na wa. And that's how you pronounce it. So in essence, these would be separate. They would not be together. It'll be na wa. Nothing connected. Na wa. So that's how you say us. That's how you say ours. All right. So this is just some of the basic Hebrew language. That's how we're gonna learn to speak our language by learning how to say him, her, them, ours, yours, no, yes, come, later, tomorrow, yesterday, so forth and so on. Do good, kingdom. All right. All right. So next word, I'm going to do me / like my. We'll try to write this a little bit bigger. Me / oh. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and put this will be an easy one. That's the Hebrew word. It's already gave it to you right there. Up there on the board. Yah. All right. So this is Yah. And it's pronounced Yah. All right. This one was an easy one. So that's how you say me / my. Yah. Just the Yah. That is Yah. All right. And this is also, we put up here, male and feminine. All right. Male and feminine. All right. So this is, the males can say this, the females can say this. This is Yah. For me and mine. All right. All right. Next, I'm going to do the word your. All right. Your. We'll go ahead and write it up here. Your. This is another easy one. Now today we're just going to keep it simple. This is ka. As y'all can see with the alphabet, once you find ka, we'll just write it on there. Ka. Looks like a backward C with a V. Ka. So this is how you say your. So we got Nawa for our, us. You got Ya for my or me. For your, you got Ka. All right, so like that's something that's your. All right. All right. So next we're gonna do her. So like I said, these are gonna be very simple ones. Nothing long, nothing hard. Like one of just the basic parts of the Hebrew. So next we're gonna do her. Right here. Her. Hopefully I can see that. Let's hope it's not too terrible penmanship. All right, it looks all right. So her will be ha. All right, this is ha. Ha. And we should already know how to write ha. You look up on the board. Ha. So my daughter would call it like a backward 7. Ha. That's her. So ha, her. So let y'all look at that for a little bit more. Let me go ahead and do another one. Let me see. Can y'all see the Laquam side? Let's see. All right. Let me just write a little bit more on here. So y'all can see, I'm going to just write just a few more. I'm going to write there. All right. Write it right here. Ooh, so I can. There. It's pronounced ma. Not like mamas, you know how we like to call our moms for short, like, hey, ma. Or now sister you try to talk to, this means, for there, it means ma. And in Hebrew, it's right here. Ma. That's what it is, ma. All right, that's ma. So I just want to write that up. I'll leave this up for just another moment or two. I'm going to erase it and write a little bit more on the board. All right. I'm about to go ahead and erase it off. Going once, going twice. Coming on off. All right, let me turn this back. So, bear with me while I erase this. Oh, I don't know who wrote this up there. Permanent marker, just ain't erasing. All right, bear with me 1 second. Get this board clean. So lock you. Make sure it's dry now. All right. Next, we're going to go into some words like what you would say to somebody, you know, like prepositions and stuff like that. How you want them to do, you know, you want to tell somebody to do good, or you want to tell somebody to behave, you know, stuff like that. So we about to get into some words of what we would say to one another. So first, we about to get into like again, we're gonna. There's one thing I always like write characters up to show our people certain words, but it's always good to start writing like certain sentences that we're familiar with what we're saying today. So we'll get to like some prepositions of like the things we say in the beginning of different words. All right. Let's get it started. I, or I am. This is pronounced as ah. It's pronounced as ah. All right. Ah. That is I or I am. So this is what you're saying in the beginning of a word. Just start to say what you are. All right. I or I am. Ah. All right. So we're going to keep on going. You know, that's something simple, something easy to write down. To give you just another 5 seconds to write it down. Next, I'm going to do I am fruitful. Slot, can I see you? I'm going to do I am fruitful. Slocking. Where will I write it at? I'll write it right here. I am fruitful. Pa. Ra. Yum. Baparayo. So next I'm gonna go ahead and write it in the Hebrew. So what I like to do is when you're having words like this, I like to sometimes show people like how simple our language is. It's not complex, it's not complicated. Quite as kept. English is it's a difficult language to learn. It's probably like one of the thousands of different languages on the earth. I think it'll make almost top 5 or top 10 for sure as one of the most difficult languages to learn. So we'll go ahead and break this down into Hebrew. So we got the ba, as you can already see, the ba. Ba, ba. So we'll go ahead and write down the ba. All right, next. We got the pa. So I probably should write it different. All right, so I'm trying to do it like this. ba, pa. All right. Next, we got the pa. And I can see it right here, the pa. What's next? We got the rye. So, you got the R, which normally the way I pronounce it, one of those probably connected. The pa is more likely connected to the R, which is going to still separate it. I'm going to write in the R, the ra. I'm going to write this down a little lower. All right. We'll write down the ba again. Ba, pa, ra. What's next? We got a yum in there. So you know you're going to have the Y sound. So we're going to have to separate that one in there. And where's the Y sound? The yum. Well, we're going to tell y'all it's not the actual Y. All right? It's not the actual Y, because the Y is a wa. We need the yum, the ya. So that would be what some people call like a tilted Z, the ya sound, the ya. So we're going to write that in, the ya. Yeah. And then we got the more like it was connected together. So it was like it. What the wrong spot. The ya sound. The M will be last. All right. So what we have is ba, pa, ra, ya, ma. So now, we just got to know how to connect them. Right up here on the board, when you connect, when you don't connect. So here's the thing about Hebrew. Once you start to really know the language, you'll start to know, okay, which ones pronounce singular, or which ones you pronounce together. So when you pronounce the words together, you get a certain sound, all right? So the ba, so the ba is single. All right, so we know we got the ba. So the ba is single. All right. It's single. Now we got the pa and the ra. The pa and the ra is pronounced together, so it'll be like a par. Ba par. So now we're going to add these together, the ba and the par. So now we got this word, ba par. So now we got the ba and the pa. So this is singular, the ba, the par, and the pa and the ra together, par. Now we got the ya and ma. All right, and the ya and the ma are pronounced together as well, and we will get yum. So you get yum with that. You get yum. Ba-par-yum. Ba-par-yum. And it means I am fruitful. Ba-par-yum. Ba-par-yum. I am fruitful. Ba-par-yum. All right. So, ba-par-yum. So this is how the Hebrew language is taught. This is how you understand it, because how you break down the certain words. You break down when the word's connected. It's always good to have this up here as a base to see those words. And then once you see those words, you know how to connect, you know how to cut off, so forth and so on. All right. So that was a pretty decent one. me just write a few more words up here. A few more things. Let's see. Write in, like you go in the house. All right. In. Ba. Ba. In. So I say somebody go in the house, ba. Like in, not in the house, like in, like I-N. Ba. Let me see, we get one more in here. Let's switch up these colors. Let me do I'll do it next. All right, so I am is I, in is ba. I am fruitful, baparium. 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 All right. So I'm gonna erase some of the stuff off the top. Let me see if this is glaring too much. I hope it's not. It is kind of a little strong. Maybe I scoot it back some. It's sloppy. Hopefully that helps. It's not too big of a glare. Maybe I'll turn it over a little bit. All right, let me adjust this one. Is that better? All right. Okay, that don't look too bad. All right, solid. All right, so I'm gonna leave the baparium up. I'm gonna erase the top off. Erase the I and the N. Use this as like my baseline. All right. So next, I'm gonna do good. So first, I'm gonna write. I'll make this easy. Do. All right, this is do. And for do, it is the da. And the da, that's it. Do. To do something is just the D. What will look like a triangle, the da. That's do. All right. Let's see. Let me do good. Let me do good. Next word we'll go is good. Good. And that word would be tawab. Tawab. Let me write it up here for y'all in Hebrew. It'll be ta. Do anybody know how to use the connectors for this? Do anybody know? So we got da. There's got do. Da means do. Tawab. All right. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's break it down for tawab. Let me erase some of this off. All right, so we got tawab, right? So we got the ta. We're going to write it up first. Ta. Got Tawab. So we're going to go ahead and break down these words using our base here as our guideline. So we already got do. So now we have ta. See that ta? So I'm going to go ahead and separate it. Right in here. So I separated it. Ta. Next we got wa. As you can see, wa's up there. It looks like the Y, but it's pronounced wa. So now we got the wa. So now we got the ta. Now we got the wa. You found that. Ta, wa. And we got the ba. And we're going to leave it as the B. Ba. Ta, wa, ba. But now it won't be pronounced ta, wa, ba because some of these words are connected. So when you learn Hebrew, that's when you learn how to connect. So in this one, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all what connects. The ta's by itself, and the wa and ba is connected. So that being said, you erase this, and now come together, and it'll be wab, tawab. And that's how you do that. Tawab. And that's how you have it. Da tawab. You understand? So that's it. Tawab. Now, let me just show you something real quick. I'm gonna leave that on there. Let me see if I got some room somewhere else. Oh, I got some room right here. All right, underneath here. So let me just show y'all something real quick. All right, let me just show y'all this. So we got do good, and then here's the one. Let me see. Maybe I turn it up just a smidge. All right, so here's what I'm going to show y'all. So we got da tawab. We got da tawab. All right, now watch. We'll just write on here. Do good. Yeah, seems simple, right? Tell somebody to do good. That's like it. Da, ta, wa. Now we have another word. Da ta wa. Da ta wa. I'm going to write it over here in the Hebrew. Let's go ahead and start to separate them. So we're going to separate the da. All right, so that's separate, right? So we're going to write in the Hebrew. No. So we got the da. Da up there on the board. So da. Next, we got the ta. We already know what the ta is. It look like an X with a circle on it. Ta. Now we got the wa. Wa. Looks like some of y'all would call it like a Y, something like that. But it looks like a Y. And then we got the ba. As you see the ba, that's the only thing that's last. Now, doing it with these words, which ones get connected? That is the question. So I added these words together to say do good, but which one do you connect? All right, which ones do you connect? So I broke down each one of the word da, ta, wa, ba, da, ta, wa, ba. All right. So which one stays connected? Which one stays single? So let's go ahead and start off with the first one. We got the da. That's going to stay single. Next, we got the ta. I'm going to write on here, stay single. Do underneath. Da, stay single. Ta, stay single. Well, yet again, we connect them again, the wow. There we go. Dr. Wab. Data Wab. Dr. Wab. So instead of saying like, hey, da to Wab, no. More let me do you. You would be a tha. Hey, go ahead. So you got da to Wab. And this is how you put certain words together. And this is basically how we learn our holy tongue, the Lashawan Qadash, the Hebrew. All right. Let me write up another one. Let me try and squeeze it up here at the top. Let me get you just some more words. Let me do the. We're going to do the. These are easy one. The. And it's pronounced ha. Ha. Everybody should know what the ha is. You know, I think I just wrote this one down. If I did, it's all right. Learn it again. Ha. So the. All right, so we'll lead us up for just a few moments. So Dr. Wab, like do good. Baparium, I am fruitful. Baparium, I am fruitful. All right. So we're just gonna lead this up for just another few moments, and then we'll go ahead and erase it on off and go over the next few words. Make sure y'all can see that. It looks all right. All right, it looks Tawab. Tawab meaning good. So a lot of times y'all hear us, and you know, as we learn our language, you start hearing words that sound very familiar, like con. Con means yes. Yes. And this would be and that's pronounced. Those are connected together, and it's con. Con means yes. Then we got another one like right here. La 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 and it means low. And this is separate. La la. So you'll hear us as we learn. Words you hear a lot would be con, yes, la no. You hear us say like Tawab, like you good? Not Dr. They're not telling you to do, but they're asking more. So, are you good? Are you okay? All right. I'll do this up in just a few more moments. Let y'all write it down. All right, Israel. I'm about to go ahead and erase this off and write up here the next few words. All right, let's get to it. So bear with me as I erase this on off. So next I'm about to erase this and then write up here our next few words. You're gonna hear con a lot. You're gonna hear la a lot. You're gonna hear like con out of one con, la sir, la out of one. Tawab, you're here. All right, shalom. We have Lashawan brakatah. You know, you're gonna hear these. You're definitely gonna hear those words a lot. You're gonna hear Shema Yasha Allah. Hear Israel. All right, make sure this is dry. Do this on the dry side. All right, so that's dry. So next, we're about to do the kingdom. All right, about to do the kingdom. But before I write up as the kingdom, let's do the word and. So, especially when something good happens, or something mighty and powerful that happens, you might hear us say, Barakatha Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah. And the why will be the important part. The why, I'm going to go ahead and write it up now. The why. Why. So, as y'all can see it up there. The why. The why means and. The why means and. And this is how it looks. It looks like the why. So you might hear us say, Barakatha Yahweh. Bless you the Most High. Yahweh is his name in the Hebrew. So let's say Barakatha Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Yahweh Shai is Christ's name in the Hebrew. But they said, bless you the Most High and Jesus. For those who Christians or need to understand, I just put it that way. Yeah, why means and. Barakatha Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Bless you Yahweh and Christ. So I just want to make sure we got that in there. And is why. So, you all right, baby girl? You okay?
Okay. There's a piece of the instant of the bathroom wall, and you get it.
Okay, fine. You can leave it there. I'll get it later. All right, so now we're about to do the words called the kingdom. All right. The kingdom. I'm going to write it up on here first. I want to make sure I left that up there. The kingdom. The kingdom. The kingdom. All right. Okay. I'm gonna write it up here. Like I always do in the Hebrew. I'm trying to leave some space in between so that way you can start to learn how to connect the words. All right. Lock. All right. Man, they're looking like, golly, that's some nice little long letters, you know. Where the connections begin and where do they end? Which words do you pronounce? Don't worry. I have separated here. And this is going to be our base. I'm going to go by letter. And we're going to write down each character as we learn how we pronounce it. All right. So first word we got is the ha. As y'all can see up there, the ha. So I'm going to go ahead and write my separators in. Ha. And how do we write the ha? Like this. Remember, Hebrew's from right to left. So I'm going to write a little down here, a little big. So we got the ha. What's next? We got the ma. So we got ma. We're right in our ma. Ha, ma. Ha, ma. What's next? La. The L-I. And how you pronounce the la? By drawing just the L. So, ha, ma, la. Ha, ma, la. So what's next do we have? We have the ka. So, you know, it's not an A after it, so we're just going to separate it by itself and just do just a K. We all know how the K looks. Ka. What's next? Wa. So, ha, ma, la, ka, or K, wa. We're about to write the wa. So the wa is pronounced, it looks like the Y sound. So right up here, look like the little Y. That's the wa. All right. And next to least is the th sound. The th will be the tha. It'll look like, as you can see up here at the bottom left corner, the tha. It looks like the X. Tha. All right. So now we done broke all these down. So now it's about the time to which one we're going to connect, which ones we're going to keep separating. First, so we got ha, ma, la, ka, wa, tha. Ha, ma, la, ka, wa, tha. First, we got the ha. What we're going to do is going to stay separate or we're going to connect it. The ha is going to stay separate. That's going to be single. Ha. Now we got that. Next, we got the ma. Ma is going to stay separate. Ha, ma. So now we got ha, ma. All right. Who's like it? Let me go ahead and write something else up on here just to give y'all another little tad bit. Y'all know help y'all out because I'm a nice guy. Ha, it means the in Hebrew. All right, that's all I said earlier. The ha, it looks like this symbol. I had it up here earlier and I just erased it, so I figured I'll put it back up here just to give y'all the FLI. So we know that the ha is going to be separate because it's saying the kingdom. So we know the ha is going to be separate. We got the ma. Now, what do we do with la and ka? Well, you know, it's not separated by having another a or another word attached to it at the end. So that's another indicator. When we write it out like this, it has to get connected somewhere. So what we're going to have is it's going to be the la and ka together. So we're going to do this right here, erase that line, so y'all can see that these is connected. Lock. So now we got ha, ma, ha, ma, la, ka together, lock, lock, hamalak, hamalak, ha, ma. So hamalak, ha, ma, lock. So now we're getting somewhere. Hamalak. Now we're going to come down to the last two. So if you take the example that I gave, we know that this is the wa and this is the tha sound, but you don't see an a at the end. You know that there's an indicator. When we write it out like this, it's going to be connected. So how would you pronounce it? How would you pronounce it? I'll go ahead and try to make it simpler for you. Maybe I'll write it here so y'all can see a little better. All right, so we got one word written together. Next, we got the other. Hamalak wath. Wa and tha together makes the wath sound. Hamalak wath. Hamalak wath. And that's how you say the kingdom. Or you could just do, let me just write it real quick. It's just all the same. I'm going to try to write it in Hebrew. Ma, lock. That's the same right here. And basically what I just wrote up there was, I write it in the English so you can see. Ma, lock. Malakwath. And Malakwath just means kingdom. And even with this, ma is separate, lock, wath. These are connected. Kingdom. The kingdom is hamalakwath. So there's the ha, the kingdom, malakwath, hamalakwath. So even up here, still got your connectors. You got lock, wath. Kingdom. And then short for kingdom will be right here. We'll kind of write it up there. And for king, you have Malak. Let me scoot this over. Write a little smaller. All right, so now I'm going to write up here just another word. Malak. All right, right up here. There We got Malak.
Dad,
Yeah.
can we have a snack?
Turn the light off on the phone.
Okay.
Come here. You got the light off.
Oopsies. Didn't mean to do that. I didn't know.
Sorry. Yeah, give me a second when we're done class. All right. I'll come in there. Give it a little bit. So we got Malak. Malak means king. And this is how you write it in the Hebrew. So like I got all these colors going on. I'm just trying to do that so it's easy to like to separate and follow. You know, Salaki. So we know we got the Ma, Lak. There you go, Malak. Separated this single together. Ma, Lak. So we got Lak. So and there it is. You got the kingdom. Boom, the kingdom. Hamalakwa. 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 I found out it was easier once we write it in English, how it's pronounced in the Hebrew, and then break it down this way. Each character, you see, okay, you'll learn, okay, which one you're supposed to connect. Because we don't have the I sound after it. We don't have the A after it. Pretty much all the ones have an A after it at the end of it, except for the I. That is the only one that does not have an A after it, and also the I. The I has the H after it, but it's still pronounced with a I sound. But yeah, so this is basically how it is. Yeah, so we got Wa, Ha, Hamalakwa, Malakwa, Malak, King, Kingdom, the Kingdom. Or you can do let's see. Then once you start to really learn it, you can start putting stuff together. You can do, let's see, Ha, Malak. Oh, Salak. I did it wrong. Bear with me 1 second. I'll be forgetting Hebrews right to left. I'll do it this way. Hopefully I can still see this. I'll just do it right here. Ha, Ma, Lak. Ha, Ma, Lak. I just said the king. The king. Hamalak. Hamalak. The king. Malak. King. Hamalak Waf. The kingdom. Malak Waf. Kingdom. So as you start to learn certain small characters like Ha, okay, that means most of the times referring to like the. All right. Was and. So these are just some of the beginning steps as we learn this language of ours. As we learn like our true inheritance, how we speak the holy tongue, the Lashawan Qadash. All right. So tune into us next week as we can continue to go more over this Hebrew. Next week class, or next time I teach rather, I'm going to bring out a lot more words. So I'm going to speed up the process while still trying to break things down, keep things simple. So I went over just the wordplay of just one word, broke it down into, I did Ha in the kingdom, and I'm breaking it down to what? Mohamalakwa, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? That's 5. This is the word. So one word, when you say it together with like another adjective in front of it, something like that, as you try to describe something, it can break down into a few words. So Hamalakwa breaks down to the. Malak means kingdom. Malak means kingdom. Malak means king. And then you just break things down to simple words. The king. You know, Yahushua is the king. He's Hamalak. Ha-Malak. All right? So with that, I'm going to say in Hebrew, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Barakatah to all the men that's watching. And basically what I just said for those who are just tuning in. May the Lord in Christ's name bless you. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bahashem Yahushua. Lord, watch over you in the name of Christ. That's what I said to our sisters. All right? With that, I say shalom.
It's that time again, Israel. It's the Lord's 54th annual Passover in North Carolina.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
The ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana, will be hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Convention Center. This is something that you do not want to miss. Make sure that y'all bring the entire family. The Downtown Raleigh Convention Center. For blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Go to isupk.com to purchase your tickets today. $200 per every adult over the age of 17 years old.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate it. You just want the clout.
The
We just want the
Lord's
great. I'm
54th
just trying to
annual Passover, April the 1st, is coming down to Raleigh, North Carolina. That's right. Commander General Yohana has done it again. You don't want to miss this. Pull yourself.